Ribbon. Noun. A long, narrow strip of timber bent and bolted longitudinally to the ribs of a vessel, to hold them in position and give rigidity to the framework. Noun. A ribbon. Noun. A long, narrow strip of material used for decoration of clothing or the hair or gift wrapping. Verb. To decorate with ribbon. Knowledgeable. Noun. A person who has knowledge. An informed party. Adjective. Having knowledge, especially of a particular subject. Paintings. Noun. An illustration or artwork done with the use of paint. Increasing. Verb. Of a quantity, etc. To become larger or greater. Adjective. On the increase. Celebrated. Verb. To extol or honor in a solemn manner. Adjective. Famous or widely praised. Minutes. Noun. A unit of time equal to 60 seconds. 1/60th of an hour. Verb. Of an event. To write in a memo or the minutes of a meeting. Noun. The official notes kept during a meeting. Manicurist. Noun. A person who performs manicures. Brightly. Adverb. In a bright manner. Cheated. Verb. To violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Adjective. Having been deceived. Learn. Noun. The act of learning something. Verb. To acquire, or attempt to acquire knowledge or an ability to do something. Considerate. Verb. To think about seriously. Adjective. Consciously thoughtful and observant, often of other people. Caring. Mentioned. Verb. To make a short reference to something. Powers. Noun. Ability to do or undergo something. Verb. To provide power for a mechanical or electronic device. Fall. Noun. The act of moving to a lower position under the effect of gravity. Verb. Heading. To be moved downwards. Dragon. Noun. A legendary serpentine or reptilian creature. Rice. Noun. Cereal plants. Oryza sativa of the grass family whose seeds are used as food. Verb. To squeeze through a ricer. To mash or make into rice-sized pieces. Especially potatoes. Owns. Verb. To have rightful possession of property, goods or capital. To have legal title to. Verb. To grant, give. Handwritten. Verb. To write something manually. Normally used to emphasize that it is not being typed. Adjective. Written with a pen or pencil, as opposed to typed. Prince. Noun. A male ruler, a sovereign, a king, monarch. Faucet. Noun. An exposed plumbing fitting, a tap or spigot, a regulator for controlling the flow of a liquid from a reservoir. Liquid. Noun. A substance that is flowing and keeping no shape, such as water, a substance of which the molecules, while not tending to separate from one another like those of a gas, readily change their relative position, and which therefore retains no definite shape, except that determined by the containing receptacle. An inelastic fluid. Adjective. Flowing freely like water. Fluid. Not solid and not gaseous. Composed of particles that move freely among each other on the slightest pressure. Happiness. Noun. The emotion of being happy, joy. Esteem. Noun. Favorable regard. Verb. To set a high value on. To regard with respect or reverence. Decided. Verb. To resolve a contest, problem, dispute, etc. To choose, determine, or settle. Adjective. Determined, resolute, biggest. Adjective. Of great size, large. Questionnaires. Noun. A form containing a list of questions, a means of gathering information for a survey. Misunderstanding. Noun. A mistake as to the meaning of something or a specific point of view. Erroneous interpretation or comprehension. Misconception. Between. Noun. A kind of needle, shorter than a sharp, with a small rounded eye, used for making fine stitches on heavy fabrics. Preposition. in the position or interval that separates two things, or intermediate in quantity or degree. See usage notes below. Made. Noun, a grub or maggot. Sights. Noun, sorrow, grief. Noun, the place where anything is fixed. Situation. Local position. Verb, to situate or place a building. Smoke. Noun, the visible vapor, gases, and fine particles given off by burning or smoldering material. Adjective, of the color known as smoke. Reliable. Noun, something or someone reliable or dependable. Adjective, suitable or fit to be relied on. Worthy of dependence. Reliance or trust. Dependable. Trustworthy. Implicit. Adjective, implied indirectly, without being directly expressed. Interesting. Verb, to engage the attention of. To awaken interest in. To excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Adjective, of concern. Affecting. Important. Default. Noun, the condition of failing to meet an obligation. Verb, to fail to meet an obligation. Attendant. Noun, one who attends. One who works with or watches over something. Adjective, going with. Associated. Concomitant. Bond. Noun, evidence of a long-term debt, by which the bond issuer, the borrower, is obliged to pay interest when due, and repay the principal at maturity, as specified on the face of the bond certificate. The rights of the holder are specified in the bond indenture, which contains the legal terms and conditions under which the bond was issued. Bonds are available in two forms: registered bonds and bearer bonds. Verb, to connect, secure or tie with a bond. To bind. Jingled. Verb, to make a noise of metal or glass clattering against itself. Lamp. Noun, a device that generates heat, light or other radiation, especially an electric light bulb. Verb, to hit, clout, belt, wallop. Headed. Adjective, of a sheet of paper, having the sender's name, address, etc. pre-printed at the top. Rot. Noun, the process of becoming rotten. Putrefaction. Verb, to suffer decomposition due to biological action, especially by fungi or bacteria. Sandwich. Noun, a dish or foodstuff where two or more slices of bread serve as the wrapper or container of some other food. Verb, to place one item between two other, usually flat, items. Adjective, of a meal or serving size that is smaller than a dinner. Resident. Noun, a person, animal or plant living at a certain location or in a certain area. Adjective, dwelling, or having an abode, in a place for a continued length of time, residing on one's own estate. Noun, the head spy in a residentura. Senior. Noun, an old person. Adjective, older, superior. Depressing. Verb, to press down. Adjective, causing depression or sadness. Knob. Noun, a rounded protuberance, especially one arising from a flat surface. A fleshy lump or caruncle. Verb, of a man, to have sex with. Drop. Noun, a small quantity of liquid, just large enough to hold its own round shape via surface tension, especially one that falls from a source of liquid. Verb, to fall in droplets. Of a liquid. Cameraman. Noun, somebody who operates a movie camera or television camera. Programmers. Noun, one who writes computer programs, a software developer. Privilege. Noun, ecclesiastical law, an exemption from certain laws granted by the Pope. Verb, to grant some particular right or exemption to. To invest with a peculiar right or immunity. To authorize. Spread. Noun, the act of spreading. Verb, to stretch out, open out, a material etc., so that it more fully covers a given area of space. Lower. Adjective, situated close to, or even below, the ground or another normal reference plane. not high or lofty. Adverb, close to the ground. Verb, to let descend by its own weight, as something suspended. To let down. Section, noun, a cutting, a part cut out from the rest of something. Verb, to cut, divide or separate into pieces. Higher, adjective, very elevated, extending or being far above a base. Tall, lofty. Adverb, in or to an elevated position. Noun, a national school leaving examination and university entrance qualification. Verb, to make higher, to raise or increase in amount or quantity. Entering. Verb, to go or come into an enclosed or partially enclosed space. Noun, action of the verb to enter. Injured. Verb, to wound or cause physical harm to a living creature. Coding. Verb, to write software programs. Verb, of a patient, to suffer a sudden medical emergency. A code blue, such as cardiac arrest. Noun, the process of encoding or decoding. Entirely. Adverb, to the full or entire extent. Artist. Noun, a person who creates art. Adjective, artistic. Policeman. Noun, one who enforces. Noun, a member of a police force, especially one who is male. Luggage. Noun, the bags and other containers that hold a traveler's belongings. Hero. Noun, somebody who possesses great bravery and carries out extraordinary or noble deeds. Provocation. Noun, the act of provoking, inciting or annoying someone into doing something. Placeholder. Noun, something used or included temporarily or as a substitute for something that is not known or must remain generic. That which holds, denotes or reserves a place for something to come later. Hours. Noun, a time period of 60 minutes, 1/24 of a day. Creep. Verb, to move slowly with the abdomen close to the ground. Showing. Verb, to display, to have somebody see something. Noun, an occasion when something is shown. Performing. Verb, to do something, to execute. Noun, a performance. Propeller. Noun, one who, or that which, propels. Dressed. Verb, to fit out with the necessary clothing. To clothe, put clothes on. Something or someone. Adjective, having been subjected to a preparatory process or treatment. Treated. Prepared. Postponed. Verb, to delay or put off an event, appointment, etc. Adjective, done later than originally planned. Delayed. Constituent. Noun, a part, or component of a whole. Adjective, being a part, or component of a whole. Clerk. Noun, one who occupationally works with records, accounts, letters, etc. An office worker. Verb, to act as a clerk. To perform the duties or functions of a clerk. Character. Noun, a being involved in the action of a story. Verb, to write, using characters. To describe. Birds. Noun, a member of the class of animals aves in the phylum Chordata. Characterized by being warm-blooded, having feathers and wings usually capable of flight, and laying eggs. Noun, a prison sentence. Comfortable. Noun, a stuffed or quilted coverlet for a bed. A comforter. Adjective, providing physical comfort and ease. Agreeable. Rides. Noun, an instance of riding. Verb, to transport oneself by sitting on and directing a horse. Later also a bicycle, etc. Criteria. Noun, a single criterion. Noun, a standard or test by which individual things or people may be compared and judged. Deployed. Verb, to prepare and arrange, usually military unit or units, for use. Fairly. Adverb, manner, in a fair manner. Fair, not biased or skewed or favoring a certain party. Assumptions. Noun, the act of assuming, or taking to or upon oneself. The act of taking up or adopting. Flexibility. Noun, the quality of being flexible, suppleness, pliability. Buddy. Noun, a friend or casual acquaintance. Verb, to assign a buddy, or partner, to. Bro. Noun, brother, a male sibling. Maker. Noun, someone who makes. A person or thing that makes or produces something new. Verb, to perceive the truth or factuality of, to be certain of or that. Reproduce. Verb, to produce an image or copy of. Hunting. Noun, the act of finding and killing a wild animal, either for sport or with the intention of using its parts to make food, clothes, etc. Attest. Verb, to affirm to be correct, true, or genuine. Runway. Noun, a defined, narrow section of land or an artificial structure used for access. Grapes. Noun, a small, round, smooth-skinned edible fruit, usually purple, red, or green, that grows in bunches on vines of genus Vitis. Verb, to pick grapes. Combines. Noun, a combine harvester. Verb, to bring two or more things or activities together. To unite. Adapt. Verb, to make suitable, to make to correspond, to fit or suit. Adjective, adapted, fit, suited, suitable. Risk. Noun, a possible adverse event or outcome. Verb, to incur risk of something. Foreman. Noun, the leader of a work crew. Darkness. Noun, the state of being dark, lack of light. Anesthesia. Noun, an artificial method of preventing sensation, used to eliminate pain without causing loss of vital functions, by the administration of one or more agents which block pain impulses before transmitted to the brain. Midwife. Noun, a person, usually a woman, who is trained to assist women in childbirth, but who is not a physician. Verb, to act as a midwife. Here. Noun, abstract, this place, this location. Adjective, filler after a noun or demonstrative pronoun, solely for emphasis. Adverb, location, in, on, or at this place. Interjection, used semi-assertively to offer something to the listener. Child. Noun, a person who has not yet reached adulthood, whether natural, puberty, cultural, initiation, or legal, majority. Noun, a child of noble birth. Operating. Verb, to perform a work or labor, to exert power or strength, physical or mechanical, to act. Adjective, in operation, that operates. Mastery. Noun, the position or authority of a master, dominion, command, supremacy, superiority. Referring. Verb, to direct the attention of. Noun, the act by which somebody or something is referred. A reference. Born. Verb, to carry or convey, literally or figuratively. Adjective, having from birth, or as if from birth, a certain quality or character. Innate, inherited. Rides. Noun, an instance of riding. Verb, to transport oneself by sitting on and directing a horse. Later also a bicycle, etc. Loves. Noun, strong affection. Verb, usually transitive, sometimes intransitive. Stative, to have a strong affection for someone or something. Verb, to praise, commend. Exit. Noun, an act of going out or going away, or leaving. A departure. Verb, to go out or go away from a place or situation. To depart. To leave. Locksmith. Noun, one who practices locksmithing. Flawless. Adjective, without flaws, defects, or shortcomings. Perfect. Lever. Noun, except in generalized senses below, a crowbar. Verb, to move with a lever. Clue. Noun, a strand of yarn, etc. As used to guide one through a labyrinth. Something which points the way. A guide. Verb, to provide with a clue. Sensible. Noun, sensation, sensibility. Adjective, perceptible by the senses. Empower. Verb, to give permission, power, or the legal right to do something. Exactly. Adverb, manner. Without approximation. Precisely. Interjection, signifies agreement or recognition. Secretary. Noun, someone entrusted with a secret, a confidant. Verb, to serve as a secretary of. Homes. Noun, an informal term of address. Like man or dude. Noun, a dwelling. Verb, of animals. To return to its owner. Noun, a directory that contains a user's files. Emotion. Noun, a person's internal state of being, an involuntary physiological response to an object or a situation, based on or tied to physical state and sensory data. Residence. Noun, the place where one lives. One's home. Noun, a base of Russian espionage operations within a foreign country. Modest. Adjective, not bragging or boasting about oneself or one's achievements. Unpretentious, humble. Reefs. Noun, a chain or range of rocks, sand, or coral lying at or near the surface of the water. Verb, to take in part of a sail in order to adapt the size of the sail to the force of the wind. Noun, the itch, any eruptive skin disorder. Lend. Noun, the lumbar region, loin. Melody. Noun, tune, sequence of notes that makes up a musical phrase. Approach. Noun, the act of drawing near, a coming or advancing near. Verb, to come or go near, in place or time, to draw nigh, to advance nearer. Kurtis. Noun, a traditional article of clothing worn in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka, consisting of a loose, collarless, long-sleeved, knee-length shirt worn by both men and women. Exceeds. Verb, to be larger, greater than, something. Caused. Verb, to set off an event or action. Sec. Noun, second. 1/60th of a minute. Noun, 1/60th of a minute. The SI unit of time. Defined as the duration of 9,192,631,770 periods of radiation corresponding to the transition between two hyperfine levels of cesium-133 in a ground state at a temperature of absolute zero and at rest. Barista. Noun, a person who prepares coffee in a coffee shop for customers. Bowl. Noun, a roughly hemispherical container used to hold, mix or present food, such as salad, fruit or soup, or other items. Spoil. Noun, also in plural, spoils, plunder taken from an enemy or victim. Verb, to strip, someone who has been killed or defeated, of their arms or armor. Count on. Verb, to rely on, trust, or expect. Prison. Noun, a place or institution of confinement, especially of long-term confinement for those convicted of serious crimes or otherwise considered undesirable by the government. Verb, to imprison. Coffee. Noun, a beverage made by infusing the beans of the coffee plant in hot water. Verb, to drink coffee. Adjective, of a pale brown color, like that of milk coffee. Mowing. Verb, to cut down grass or crops. Verb, to make grimaces. Mock. Verb, to put into mows. Noun, the activity by which something is mown. Son. Noun, one's male offspring. Joining. Verb, to connect or combine into one. To put together. Noun, the act or result of joining. A joint or juncture. Reason. Noun, a cause. Verb, to deduce or come to a conclusion by being rational. Civilization. Noun, an organized culture encompassing many communities, often on the scale of a nation or a people. A stage or system of social, political or technical development. Proper noun, collectively. Those people of the world considered to have a high standard of behavior and, or a high level of development. Commonly subjectively used by people of one society to exclusively refer to their society, or their elite subgroup, or a few associated societies, implying all others, in time or geography or status, as something less than civilized, as savages or barbarians. Cf. refinement, elitism, civilized society, the civilized world. Regulating. Verb, to dictate policy. Irons. Noun, a common, inexpensive metal, silvery gray when untarnished, that rusts, is attracted by magnets, and is used in making steel. Verb, to pass an iron over clothing or some other item made of cloth, in order to remove creases. Noun, shackles. Software. Noun, encoded computer instructions, usually modifiable, unless stored in some form of unalterable memory such as ROM. Helmet. Noun, a protective head covering, usually part of armor. Verb, to cover with, or as if with, a helmet. Blue. Verb, to produce an air current. Verb, to blossom, to cause to bloom or blossom. Noun, the color of the clear sky or the deep sea, between green and violet in the visible spectrum, and one of the primary additive colors for transmitted light, the color obtained by subtracting red and green from white light using magenta and cyan filters, or any color resembling this. Adjective, of the color blue. Adjective, entertainment, pornographic or profane. Painted. Verb, to apply paint to. Adjective, coated with paint. Problems. Noun, a difficulty that has to be resolved or dealt with. Scope. Noun, the breadth, depth or reach of a subject. A domain. Verb, to perform a cursory investigation of. Scope out. Invalid. Adjective, not valid, not true, correct, acceptable or appropriate. Prosecution. Noun, the act of prosecuting a scheme or endeavor. Impulse. Noun, a thrust, a push, a sudden force that impels. Verb, to impel, to incite. Nut. Noun, a hard-shelled seed. Verb, mostly in the form, nutting. To gather nuts. Fought. Verb, to contend in physical conflict, either singly or in war, battle etc. Gentleman. Noun, a man of gentle but not noble birth, particularly a man of means, originally ownership of property, who does not work for a living but has no official status in a peerage. An armiferous man ranking below a knight. Noun, possessive case of gentleman, belonging to some or all gentlemen. Noun, a lavatory intended for use by men, often including urinals in addition to toilets. Pulled. Verb, to apply a force to an object, so that it comes toward the person or thing applying the force. Adjective, of cooked meat, prepared by being torn into fine pieces. Schools. Noun, collective, a group of fish or a group of marine mammals such as porpoises, dolphins, or whales. Verb, of fish, to form into, or travel in a school. Noun, an institution dedicated to teaching and learning. An educational institution. Verb, to educate, teach, or train. Often, but not necessarily, in a school. It. Noun, one who is neither a he nor a she. A creature. A dehumanized being. Adjective, most fashionable. Pronoun, the third-person singular personal pronoun that is normally used to refer to an inanimate object or abstract entity, also often used to refer to animals. Constants. Noun, that which is permanent or invariable. Imagination. Noun, the image-making power of the mind. The act of mentally creating or reproducing an object not previously perceived. The ability to create such images. Existing. Verb, stative, to be, have existence, have being or reality. Adjective, that exists, or has existence, especially that exists now. Passport. Noun. An official document normally used for international journeys, which proves the identity and nationality of the person for whom it was issued. Board. Noun. A relatively long, wide and thin piece of any material, usually wood or similar, often for use in construction or furniture making. Verb. To step or climb onto or otherwise enter a ship, aircraft, train or other conveyance. Figure out. Verb. To come to understand, to discover or find a solution, to deduce. Economic. Adjective, pertaining to an economy. Chronological. Adjective, relating to time, or units of time. Attest. Verb, to affirm to be correct, true, or genuine. Huge. Adjective, very large. Observations. Noun, the act of observing, and the fact of being observed. See observance. Eaten. Verb, to ingest, to be ingested. Adjective, especially in combination, that has been consumed by eating. Splint. Noun, an inferior kind of cannel coal from Scottish collieries, having a slaty structure. Noun, a narrow strip of wood split or peeled from a larger piece. Verb, to apply a splint to fasten with splints. Overall. Noun, a garment worn over other clothing to protect it. A coverall or boiler suit. A garment, for manual labor or for casual wear. Often made of a single piece of fabric, with long legs and a bib upper, supported from the shoulders with straps, and having several large pockets and loops for carrying tools. Adjective, all-encompassing, all around. Adverb, generally, with everything considered. Anger. Noun, a strong feeling of displeasure, hostility or antagonism towards someone or something, usually combined with an urge to harm. Verb, to cause such a feeling of antagonism in. Laptop. Noun, a laptop computer. Signaling. Verb, to indicate, to convey or communicate by a signal. Noun, usually biochemistry, the sending of a biochemical or other type of signal. Deep. Noun, with the deep part of a lake, sea, etc. Adjective, of a physical distance, extending far away from a point of reference, especially downwards. Adverb, deeply. Session. Noun, an informal gathering of musicians to play music, especially improvised jazz or a similar genre. Noun, a period devoted to a particular activity, e.g. the annual or semi-annual periods of a legislative body, that together comprise the legislative term, whose individual meetings are also called sessions. Verb, to hold or participate in a jam session with other musicians. Animal. Noun, in scientific usage, a multicellular organism that is usually mobile, whose cells are not encased in a rigid cell wall, distinguishing it from plants and fungi, and which derives energy solely from the consumption of other organisms, distinguishing it from plants. 60. Numeral, the cardinal number occurring after 59 and before 61, represented in Roman numerals as LX and in Arabic numerals as 60. Impossible. Noun, an impossibility. Adjective, not possible, not able to be done or happen. Ironing. Verb, to pass an iron over clothing or some other item made of cloth, in order to remove creases. Noun, the act of pressing clothes with an iron. Pilot. Noun, a person who steers a ship. A helmsman. Verb, to control an aircraft or watercraft. Adjective, made or used as a test or demonstration of capability. Gaps. Noun, an opening in anything made by breaking or parting. Verb, to notch, as a sword or knife. Noun, an elected head of a Gawag in Bhutan. Missile. Noun, any object used as a weapon by being thrown or fired through the air, such as stone, arrow or bullet. Fixes. Noun, A repair or corrective action. Verb. To pierce. Now generally replaced by transfix. Cooktop. Noun. An assembly of burners for cooking. Designed to fit onto a surface such as the top of a table. Seat. Noun. Something to be sat upon. Verb. To put an object into a place where it will rest. To fix. To set firm. Show off. Verb. To exhibit the best attributes of something. Noun. One who shows off. Announced. Verb. To give public notice, especially for the first time. To make known. Declaration. Noun. A written or oral indication of a fact, opinion, or belief. Pharmacy. Noun. Countable. A place where prescription drugs are dispensed. A dispensary. Engines. Noun. A large construction used in warfare, such as a battering ram, catapult, etc. Verb. To equip with an engine. Said especially of steam vessels. Cried. Verb. To shed tears, to weep. Renovate. Verb. To renew. To revamp something to make it look new again. Hits. Noun. A blow. A punch. A striking against. The collision of one body against another. The stroke that touches anything. Verb. Heading. Physical. To strike. Cloudy. Adjective. Covered with or characterized by clouds. Overcast. Difficulties. Noun. A series of frustrations. Noun. The state of being difficult, or hard to do. Bring. Verb. Detransitive. To transport towards somebody, somewhere. Holds. Noun. A grasp or grip. Verb. To grasp or grip. Noun. The cargo area of a ship or aircraft. Often holds or cargo hold. Airplane. Noun. A powered heavier than air aircraft with fixed wings. Verb. To fly in an aeroplane. Fly. Noun. Any insect of the order Diptera. Characterized by having 2 wings. Except for some wingless species. Also called true flies. Disregard. Noun. The act or state of deliberately not paying attention or caring about. Misregard. Verb. To ignore. Pay no attention to. Attitude. Noun. The position of the body or way of carrying oneself. Verb. To assume or to place in a particular position or orientation. To pose. Concerns. Noun. That which affects one's welfare or happiness. A matter of interest to someone. The adposition before the matter of interest is usually over. About or for. Verb. To relate or belong to. To have reference to or connection with. To affect the interest of. To be of importance to. Planing. Verb. To smooth. Wood. With a plane. Verb. To move in a way that lifts the bow of a boat out of the water. Noun. The act by which something is planed. Slipper. Noun. A low soft shoe that can be slipped on and off easily. Verb. To spank with a plimsoll as corporal punishment. Adjective. Slippery. Affliction. Noun. A state of pain, suffering, distress or agony. Far. Adjective. Distant. Remote in space. Adverb. To. From or over a great distance in space. Time or other extent. Slogan. Noun. A catchphrase associated with the product or service being advertised. Opportunity. Noun. A chance for advancement, progress or profit. Annual. Noun. An annual publication. A book. Periodical. Journal. Report. Comic book. Yearbook. Etc. Which is published serially once a year. Which may or may not be in addition to regular weekly or monthly publication. Adjective. Happening once every year. Breathtaking. Adjective. Stunningly beautiful. Amazing. Appoint. Verb. To set. Fix or determine. A time or place for something such as a meeting. Or the meeting itself. By authority or agreement. Dragon. Noun. A legendary serpentine or reptilian creature. Cognac. Noun. A brandy distilled from white wine in the region around Cognac in France. Drill. Noun. A tool used to remove material so as to create a hole. Typically by plunging a rotating cutting bit into a stationary workpiece. Verb. To create a hole by removing material with a drill. Tool. Number. Noun. An abstract entity used to describe quantity. Verb. To label items with numbers. To assign numbers to items. Liquidate. Verb. To settle a debt by paying the outstanding amount. Additives. Noun. A substance added to another substance or product to produce specific properties in the combined substance. Starred. Verb. To appear as a featured performer or headliner, especially in an entertainment program. Spends. Noun. Amount of money spent during a period, expenditure. Verb. To pay out money. Calendars. Noun. Any system by which time is divided into days, weeks, months, and years. Verb. To set a date for a proceeding in court. Usually done by a judge at a calendar call. Hopefully. Adverb. In a hopeful manner. Reachable. Noun. Someone or something that can be reached. Adjective. Within easy reach, accessible. Parrot. Noun. A kind of bird, many species of which are colorful and able to mimic human speech. Of the order Psittaciformes or, narrowly, of the family Psittacidae. Verb. To repeat exactly what has just been said, without necessarily showing understanding, in the manner of a parrot. Competitors. Noun. A person or organization against whom one is competing. Hardest. Adjective. Of material or fluid, having a severe property, presenting difficulty. Shortest. Adjective. Having a small distance from one end or edge to another, either horizontally or vertically. Advocate. Noun. Someone whose job is to speak for someone's case in a court of law. A counsel. Verb. To plead in favor of. To defend by argument. Before a tribunal or the public. To support, vindicate, or recommend publicly. It's. Noun. One who is neither a he nor a she. A creature. A dehumanized being. Pronoun. The one, or ones, belonging to it. Prisoner. Noun. A person incarcerated in a prison, while on trial or serving a sentence. Epicenter. Noun. The point on the land or water surface directly above the focus. Or hypocenter. Of an earthquake. Verb. Of an earthquake. To have its epicenter at a specified location. Permit. Noun. An artifact or document rendering something allowed or legal. Verb. To allow something to happen. To give permission for. Cooks. Noun. A person who prepares food. Verb. To prepare food for eating by heating it, often by combining it with other ingredients. Verb. To make the noise of the cuckoo. Verb. To throw. Rehearsal. Noun. The practicing of something which is to be performed before an audience. Usually to test or improve the interaction between several participating people, or to allow technical adjustments with respect to staging to be done. Drugs. Noun. A substance used to treat an illness, relieve a symptom, or modify a chemical process in the body for a specific purpose. Verb. To administer intoxicating drugs to, generally without the recipient's knowledge or consent. Noun. A drudge. Allergy. Noun. A disorder of the immune system causing adverse reactions to substances. Allergens. Not harmful to most and marked by the body's production of histamines and associated with atopy. Anaphylaxis. An asthma. Aspect. Noun. Any specific feature, part, or element of something. Verb. Of a planet. To have a particular aspect or type of aspect. And. Noun. In rhythm. The second half of a divided beat. Conjunction. As a coordinating conjunction, expressing two elements to be taken together or in addition to each other. Cup. Noun. A concave vessel for drinking from, usually made of opaque material, as opposed to a glass, and with a handle. Verb, to form into the shape of a cup, particularly of the hands. Returning. Verb, to come or go back, to a place or person. Noun, the act of one who returns. A coming back. Complaint. Noun, the act of complaining. Follow. Noun, sometimes attributive. In billiards and similar games. A stroke causing a ball to follow another ball after hitting it. Verb, to go after. To pursue. To move behind in the same path or direction. Memorize. Verb, to learn by heart, commit to memory. Managing. Verb, to direct or be in charge of. Noun, management. Changed. Verb, to become something different. Spacious. Adjective, having plenty of space. Roomy. Barbecue. Noun, a fireplace or pit for grilling food. Typically used outdoors and traditionally employing hot charcoal as the heating medium. Verb, to cook food on a barbecue. To smoke it over indirect heat from high smoke fuels. Kidding. Verb, to make a fool of someone. Noun, the action of the verb kid. Accustomed. Adjective, of a person, familiar with something through repeated experience. Adapted to existing conditions. Don. Noun, a university professor, particularly one at Oxford or Cambridge. Clothing. Verb, to adorn or cover with clothing. To dress. To supply clothes or clothing. Noun, any of a wide variety of articles. Usually made of fabrics, animal hair, animal skin, or some combination thereof. Used to cover the human body for warmth. To preserve modesty, or for fashion. Calibration. Noun, the act of calibrating something. Grocer. Noun, a person who retails groceries, foodstuffs and household items. From a grocery. Verb, to sell groceries. To act as a grocer. Profitability. Noun, the quality or state of being profitable. Capacity to make a profit. Solution. Noun, a homogeneous mixture, which may be liquid, gas or solid, formed by dissolving one or more substances. Verb, to treat with a solution. Expense. Noun, a spending or consuming, often a disbursement of funds. Verb, to charge a cost against an expense account. To bill something to the company for which one works. Selfies. Noun, a photographic self-portrait, especially one taken manually, not using a timer, tripod etc., with a small camera or mobile phone. Filters. Noun, a device which separates a suspended, dissolved, or particulate matter from a fluid, solution, or other substance. Any device that separates one substance from another. Verb, to sort, sift, or isolate. Accounts. Noun, a registry of pecuniary transactions. A written or printed statement of business dealings or debts and credits. And also of other things subjected to a reckoning or review. Verb, to provide explanation. Disembark. Verb, to remove from on board a vessel. To put on shore. Buy. Noun, something which is bought. A purchase. Verb, to obtain something in exchange for money or goods. Regulations. Noun, the act of regulating or the condition of being regulated. Simplified. Noun, short for simplified Chinese. Adjective, made more simple, having its complexity reduced. Verb, to make simpler, either by reducing in complexity, reducing to component parts, or making easier to understand. Preposition, before, something significant. Glasses. Verb, to apply fiberglass to. Noun, an amorphous solid, often transparent substance made by melting sand with a mixture of soda, potash and lime. Verb, to fit with glass. To glaze. Noun, spectacles, frames bearing two lenses worn in front of the eyes. Pool. Noun. A small and rather deep collection of, usually, fresh water, as one supplied by a spring, or occurring in the course of a stream. A reservoir for water. Verb. Of a liquid. To form a pool. Noun. A pool of water used for swimming. Usually one which has been artificially constructed. Canister. Noun. A cylindrical or rectangular container usually of lightweight metal, plastic, or laminated pasteboard used for holding a dry product, as tea, crackers, flour, matches. Verb. To pack into a canister. Heal. Noun. A spell or ability that restores hit points or removes a status ailment. Verb. To make better from a disease, wound, etc. To revive or cure. Existing. Verb. Stative. To be. Have existence. Have being or reality. Adjective. That exists. Or has existence. Especially that exists now. Sensational. Adjective. Of or pertaining to sensation. Filmmaker. Noun. A producer or director of films, movies. Stepson. Noun. The son of one's spouse, but not one's own child. Earring. Noun. A piece of jewelry worn on the ear. Skating. Verb. To move along a surface. Ice or ground. Using skates. Noun. The action of moving along a surface. Ice or ground. Using skates. Psychologist. Noun. An expert in the field of psychology. Accountability. Noun. The state of being accountable. Liability to be called on to render an account. Accountableness. Responsible for. Answerable for. Buggy. Noun. A small horse-drawn cart. Adjective. Infested with insects. Soldier. Noun. A member of an army, of any rank. Verb. To continue steadfast. To keep striving. Beef. Noun. The meat from a cow, bull or other bovine. Verb. To complain. Adjective. Being a bovine animal that is being raised for its meat. Kind. Noun. A type, race or category. A group of entities that have common characteristics such that they may be grouped together. Earning. Verb. To gain. Success. Reward. Recognition. Through applied effort or work. Verb. To curdle. As milk. Verb. To long. To yearn. Stepbrother. Noun. The son of one's stepparent who is not the son of either of one's biological parents. Pastries. Noun. A baked food item made from flour and fat pastes such as pie crust. Also tarts. Bear claws. Napoleons. Puff pastries. Etc. Risks. Noun. A possible adverse event or outcome. Verb. To incur risk of something. Apprentice. Noun. A trainee, especially in a skilled trade. Verb. To put under the care and supervision of a master. For the purpose of instruction in a trade or business. Composite. Noun. A mixture of different components. Verb. To make a composite. Adjective. Made up of multiple components. Compound or complex. Noun. A. Non-zero. Natural number that is expressible as the product of two or more natural numbers other than itself and one. Princess. Noun. A female member of a royal family other than a queen, especially a daughter or granddaughter. Booked. Verb. To reserve something for future use. Quakes. Noun. A trembling or shaking. Verb. To tremble or shake. Reuse. Noun. The act of salvaging or in some manner restoring a discarded item to yield something usable. Verb. To use again something that is considered past its usefulness. Usually for something else. Crowded. Verb. To press forward. To advance by pushing. Verb. To play on a crowd. To fiddle. Adjective. Containing too many of something. Teeming. Blender. Noun. A machine outfitted with sharp blades. For mashing, crushing or liquefying food ingredients. Darned. Verb. Euphemism of damn. Verb. To repair by stitching with thread or yarn, particularly by using a needle to construct a weave across a damaged area of fabric. Adjective. A minced oath for damned. Adverb. Degree. Damned. Extremely. Paid. Verb. To give money or other compensation to in exchange for goods or services. Incapable. Noun. One who is morally or mentally weak or inefficient. An imbecile. A simpleton. Adjective. Not capable of doing something. Unable. Regulator. Noun. A device that controls or limits something. Frowning. Verb. To have a frown on one's face. Noun. The act of giving a frown. Grandma. Noun. Grandmother. Click. Noun. A brief, sharp, not particularly loud, relatively high-pitched sound produced by the impact of something small and hard against something hard, such as by the operation of a switch, a lock or a latch, or a finger pressed against the thumb and then released to strike the hand. Verb. To cause to make a click, to operate a switch, etc., so that it makes a click. Interjection. The sound of a click. Sisters. Noun. A daughter of the same parents as another person. A female sibling. Verb. To strengthen. A supporting beam. By fastening a second beam alongside it. Passwords. Noun. A word used to gain admittance or to gain access to information. Watchword. Verb. To protect with a password. Kurtis. Noun. A traditional article of clothing worn in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka, consisting of a loose, collarless, long-sleeved, knee-length shirt worn by both men and women,